Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio April 18, 2022. Circumstances may be such that you have more decision-making responsibility today. With a Mercury-Saturn minor challenge, you may need to deal with more than the usual inconveniences or unwelcome advice and critique, but nothing you can't handle. Try not to take offhand remarks too seriously, even if they appear contrary. Making edits could work to your benefit. Once you rise above minor problems, you'll find good energy for gaining someone's support or backing for a work or life path goal, and this feels good. With today's moon transit, you also want to feel that you're growing, learning, and improving. Your optimism is contagious today, and you will find that this good mood will help you overcome any difficulties you may encounter. Sprinkle your speeches with a pinch of humor and remind those around you that you don't have to take things so seriously. The sun shines for you and you walk with your head held high and a smile on your face. A real pleasure. Today it seems that your usual energy and enthusiasm, especially to communicate with others, have left you. If you are not careful, misunderstandings will arise with your business colleagues or with your partner. They could get into a fight. Therefore, you should pay special attention to those who try to communicate with you. Admit it, today you will have to try harder to avoid friction. Get ready. It is often said that the routine remains a danger to the couple. Almost always deadly, this sensation destroys what was thought to be timeless. Know that antidotes exist. These must be added to daily life naturally. Start the mechanism as soon as the first signs of trouble appear. Surprise your partner by scheduling moments away from everyday worries. Maintain the flame of passion with small acts or gestures. Take action and you won't regret it. The stars pamper your sentimental life. Throughout the day you will go from surprise to surprise. Venus watches over your love affairs. Might as well take advantage of the situation if you have projects in sight. As a couple, today, the stars are giving you some good ideas for your relationship to find a good dynamic. You like challenges, your partner too. Don't try to make your partner jealous, that's not the right technique. Connecting with someone who's at a distance from you? Despite the chemistry or spiritual connection or lack thereof you're currently experiencing with this person, today's astro weather could be the reason you're second-guessing the entire situation or, worse, experiencing feelings of insecurity with regards to coming together. The good news is, you have Mercury leading the way in Aries via your 10th house of authority. Still, the moon, your planetary ruler, will be joining forces with Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces via your expansive 9th house of adventure, belief systems, and unknown territory. You don't have a map, but you have an inner compass. Consider your investments. Whatever you choose to commit to could dramatically transform your professional life, mutual financial partnerships, and even your assets. The opportunity may arise when Venus in Pisces squares the North Node in Scorpio. Venus is ready to invest in unique assets, resources, and partnerships, perhaps commitments you have never done before. However, the tension may arise as these proposed commitments could lead you to a different professional community or towards an aspiration you were not initially following. Although your career could go in a different direction, it could be worth it. Until she leaves your financial sector next week, Venus will remain out front, and with 3 planets now following in her footsteps, this puts her in pole position. Whatever comes next, the first step is to work with Venus as she works to fuel your financial confidence but also give you something to strive for. Venus is all about the what and not the when, where, and how. Relations and friends are having a hard time with you and vice versa. Put an end to this mutual feeling of frustration, be honest with yourself and consider compromising on some points. Talking to people to clear things up is also a big help. Regard today's negative atmosphere as an opportunity to resolve conflicts permanently. You're feeling a little torn, to say the least. You can identify with both sides of the argument. It's really a choice about which one to pick. Or is it? If possible, try to remove yourself from the situation. Whatever you try to achieve is criticized and unlikely to be accepted in a very favorable way, especially if you feel undue pressure to perform any kind of activity. It is far better to delay important activities or decisions until you feel positive about the outcome. Use your sense of humor to relieve any tension. The world has changed since last year, and no one of us is immune to changes occurring in our personal lives. Giving has taken on new meaning. We must give of our minds, not our pocketbooks. We must open up to a new way of living with others. Take this period of change seriously, and you will not be left behind. Yoga is a wonderful practice for giving power to the mind to show the body a new way of being. Your freedom of expression may feel very important to you on this day. If you get the feeling that someone is stepping on your toes or moving in on your work, you may find yourself acting very defensively. You take pride in your work, and this is a natural feeling, but take care not to become so protective of your creation that you ignore what may only be constructive criticism. You might just find the comments given will bring even better results. Our eyes in the sky. The Scorpio moon links up with wild card Uranus, which can infuse the day with a jolt of energy. Your emotions might not be the most predictable now, so take some time to do a grounding meditation or stretch before you continue with your day. Luckily, the energy here doesn't encounter much discord, so any surprises are likely to be good ones. Unfortunately, we could begin to see some cosmic conflict unfold later due to the changeable emotions that Uranus brings. This could make you feel as though your emotions are being repressed, and staying on top of your routine could prove difficult. If you're having a hard time managing your time, remember to be gentle and patient with yourself and others. You could also find that people are more standoffish now, but it's important that you not take this personally. It likely has nothing to do with you. Watch out for emotional spending right now as well. Don't blow your budget if you find yourself perusing your favorite online stores. As the evening rolls in, the energy becomes much more easygoing, and you'll have the opportunity to relax and release any stress or tension from the day. In the morning, the Scorpio moon aligns with Uranus, provoking erratic behavior. We might receive information that prompts us to act out of character. Perhaps an intuitive or psychic hit demands that we suddenly shift the way we are doing things. As with any reactive impulse, we should seek to determine the origin of the stimulus. Are we leading with intention or allowing ourselves to be led out of anxiety? Are we permitting triggering feelings to hijack our decision-making abilities? We might be faced with an outside event over which we have no control. Conflicts with family members can be the culprit, in which case it is always reasonable to ask for time to process before coming to the table to have a difficult discussion. Ceres in Gemini assists us in nurturing through speech, conversation, and holding space for others' opinions, nuances, and quirks. Yet Gemini care is not a matter of parroting, but of celebrating variety. We are not helpful when we mindlessly agree with another's opinions or chosen courses of action. We assist by offering our own perspective as a point of comparison. We assist by showing up, speaking our truth, and being a good listener for another who is questioning their personal process. Remember that advice does not need to be sugar-coated to be impactful. Being ourselves is the best way to be a support system. Oftentimes, others will find answers on their own if their conversational partner is present as they unpack their concerns.